How do you add this to your ebook or print book page over on Amazon? You can access this feature through Amazon Author Central Editorial Review section. But first, what's Amazon Author Central? Actually, it's a one-stop shop for author brands. It's 100% free to anybody that publishes on Amazon, regardless if you've used KDP, Ingram Spark, or whatnot. I've got a link in the description of a complete comprehensive overview of Amazon Author Central and all the pros and cons. So take a look at that video. Otherwise, we're just going to kind of power through here. So what is the editorial section for on Amazon Author Central? This essentially showcases reviews that you get off of Amazon. So if you've gotten reviews on Amazon, don't just copy and paste those reviews and throw it into the editorial review section. It's just going to junk up your profile because it's redundant. But let's say that you get a review done, say, by Union Square Review or Kirkus, or maybe even a blogger of some sort. This is a great place to put it. But something not many people realize is it's not just for reviews. You can get the editorial reviews, sure, but you can also get the product description from the author, from inside the flap. So if you've got a jacket on a hardback book, then that's what you'll put in there, from the back cover, and about the author. Now, bear in mind, you probably already have an about the author. So here's another way to kind of maybe do a deeper dive or a remix of your author bio. Why is the editorials review section so important? Well, hear me out. There's a few reasons that I think about this. And the first thing is going to be third-party credibility. So you've got somebody else saying, hey, this person's awesome. So if you get a good reputable source like Kirkus giving you a 5-star review, and you've got, like, say, 1 or 2 good sentences from that review, you can always cite that source, put it on into that editorial review, and boom, people are like,
oh my gosh, this person is who they say they are.
Now, the second reason, and gosh, I would say it's more of a theory, and one could theorize that further indexing happens when you have additional metadata put onto your product page. So if you're like, what the heck, indexing further what? Like, okay, all that to say this is that we've put additional information onto your product page, which therefore makes it more discoverable. So pretty cool, right? How do you access these features? So heads up, this is a US feature only, all right? So any of the other regions, it's not available just yet. I imagine it's gonna roll out in due time to each one of the other regions. So first of all, you gotta sign in to author.amazon.com to get inside your Amazon Author Central profile. Select the book tabs in the top of the dashboard. Select the title that you're gonna use. Now you're gonna select either Kindle or the paperback or print version. There is no audiobook support yet. Then click edit. Stop. Okay, so this is the point. You got to really pay attention. Wonky formatting ahead. Now, Amazon Author Central just recently moved over to this new dashboard, and it's rife with issues and some glitches. And this is one of the areas that it gets really like, ugh. So you're going to want to make sure you pay attention here. Here's what Author Central recommends. Reviews should consist of transcribed text from reputable sources. The name of the source should be credited after the quotation. For example, a fantastic read, the New York Times. Okay, they say keep it simple. Cite the source. Quotes from outside reviews should follow fair use copyright guidelines and be limited to 1 to 2 sentences. Okay, already told you that. 3, we recommend you limit your reviews to 3,000 characters. Customers may miss out critical information if your reviews are too long. Okay, yeah, just don't get long-winded. And 4, if you're copying and pasting text from another text editing program, we recommend you use only a plain text editor like Notepad. Rich text editors like Microsoft Word often cause formatting issues, which delay or prevent your request from processing. More details on review guidelines here. Okay, that last part, I'm just gonna kind of have to chuckle because it's not as easy as what they say it is. This is just where it gets hairy because you can use Notepad, you can use Microsoft Word, and just it still ends up wonky in some capacity. Plain is just fine, but herein lies the problem. If you just go in and you type in everything and you're like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and post this. The problem is Sometimes what it does is it clumps everything together and puts it all into one big wall of text. It's just a mess. So what's the solution? HTML. I think it stands for Hypertext Markup Link. Whatever. It's HTML nonetheless. It's coding, and it's nothing that I know really well, and you don't need to know too well either. In fact, I'm going to save you all the hassle by using one of my resources, my go-tos, and that would be Dave Chess and the Kindlepreneur. Go on over to dalelinks.com/HTML. You're going to use the Kindlepreneur book description generator. Select Amazon Editorial Review in the tab there. Type out your text here. Now, you can slowly but surely format it however you wish. What you see is what you get. So if you want to go ahead and put some type of a text in there or some type of bolding, you can do so. Just remember, if the feature's not available here on this site, then chances are it's not available over on Author Central. Once you're set, click Generate My Code. Then click Copy Code. Go back over to Author Central. Then, in the editorial review, press your Control key and the letter V to paste the code into the box. Click Preview and make sure it looks right before moving on. If it's not good, hit back and fix it. Now, this is going to come just with a little bit of trial and error. You might have to go back to Dave's tool and play around with some of the HTML and see what might be going wrong. I wouldn't recommend messing with the coding. I typically just go in and maybe remove a line or add a line, things like that. If it's good though, you're just going to hit Save Changes. Now remember to fill out all of your other boxes if they're necessary. So if you've got an inside flap, you've got a back cover, you want to add an author bio there that's a little bit different from your other one, then do so here. And again, use the HTML formatting so that way it looks nice. Oh yeah, and you don't get headaches and feel like putting your fist through a wall. Also, remember to update all versions of your publication. So if you did it on Kindle, now you got to go over and do it on print and vice versa. So all you got to do is back out twice. You'll find the print version, you'll select it, and just go through the same process you did over in the Kindle version. This takes about 3 to 5 business days before it actually appears on your author profile, so be patient. In the event that you're freaking out and like, oh my gosh, I don't know what the heck's going on, scroll down to the bottom of the page, select Contact Us. They're very responsive. They typically will get back to you within 24 to 72 hours. Hey, speaking of Amazon Author Central, I do a full deep dive right over inside this video. You're going to find out some hidden features you didn't otherwise see before. And by the way, YouTube recommends you should go check out this other video. I'll see you in either one.